This week on Jamaica Now, government MPs and Senators rally around Prime Minister Andrew Holness as opposition calls for his resignation over assets concerns. Dancehall entertainer makes appearance on PNP conference stage. Jamaica facing fertility crisis, and Portland schoolboy charged over viral assault on schoolmate. I'm Neville Graham, and this is Jamaica Now. Members of the House of Representatives and the Senate have thrown their full support behind Prime Minister Andrew Holness amid questions regarding his assets. The Integrity Commission's Director of Corruption Prosecutions, Keisha Prince Kamika, has ruled out criminal charges against Holness for allegedly making false income declarations. She cited insufficient evidence regarding the non-disclosure of 4 bank accounts in his assets filings. However, the Integrity Commission's investigation report into the income and assets declarations submitted by Prime Minister Andrew Holness for 2019 to 2022, which was tabled in the House of Representatives on Tuesday, raised questions about Holness's financials. The Integrity Commission flagged the movement of millions of dollars among companies connected to the Prime Minister, which it said had not been fully explained. It also found that several companies connected to Holness filed nil tax returns despite reporting income for 2021 and 2022. The Commission referred its report to the Financial Investigations Division, saying there can be no finality in the certification of assets for 2019 to 2022 without further probe. But Holness has rejected the findings of the report.
I have worked hard. You know, people just see the achievements. Yeah. They don't know the hours, the nights, the hard work. They don't know. I have worked hard, wisely, and honestly to achieve whatever I have. I never had a gold spoon, and I have never depended on the public purse.
At a press conference on Thursday, opposition leader Mark Golding said the inability of the Integrity Commission to certify the Prime Minister's statutory declaration was a serious blot on the country's image.
It is untenable for our Prime Minister not to be in good standing with the country's Integrity Commission. We cannot go on like this. The Prime Minister must step aside now or call fresh elections so that the people have the chance to elect a new government that can take our country out of this mess.
The opposition People's National Party has called for Holness to step down immediately. However, Jamaica Labour Party JLP spokesperson Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn has rejected the call as desperate and unwarranted.
You know, I understand that the PNP out of desperation wants to see the back of the most impactful and, dare I say, positively consequential Prime Minister that Jamaica has seen in recent times. This is a Prime Minister who has skillfully led our country through multiple crises and have not been implicated in unbecoming or any unlawful conduct. I also expect some PNP-affiliated groups, which position themselves as civil society, to shortly echo the same call of the PNP. However, I believe this position taken by the PNP is baseless and without merit.
As the Financial Investigations Division, FID, moves to analyze the Integrity Commission's report on Prime Minister Andrew Holness's statutory declarations, the Gleaner understands that his legal team plans to pursue a judicial review of the referral. In a release on Thursday, the FID said it received communication from the Commission earlier in the day. It said it would undertake a comprehensive analysis of the Integrity Commission's report and determine what, if any, specific area may be probed, in keeping with its mandate. However, President of the Senate, Tom Tavares Finson, has asserted that the Integrity Commission does not have the authority to refer any individual for investigation by the FID.
And I'm satisfied that the Integrity Commission has no such authority to refer any matter to any agency or competent authority to initiate an investigation. The Integrity Commission is urging the Parliament of Jamaica to support the referral of the Director of Investigations, to support that report being submitted to the FID for further investigation. I'm satisfied in my mind that the Parliament has no such authority. There is nothing in the Constitution, in the laws, and certainly not in the standing orders of the Parliament that would authorize the Parliament to refer or support the referral of any member to any agency for investigation. Indeed, if that power were to exist, it would be absurd because it would allow any majority in Parliament, for whatever reason, to refer any member to the police or any competent authority for investigation. The Parliament simply does not have that power, and for very good reason.
The People's National Party, PNP, says the specter of what it calls a frivolous lawsuit will not stop it from carrying out its duties and its constitutional responsibilities as the opposition. On Thursday, it was disclosed that Prime Minister Andrew Holness has asked his attorneys to file a defamation suit against persons who make public statements that suggest that he misled the country about being under probe for alleged illicit enrichment by the Integrity Commission. A two-page media release from the Prime Minister's attorneys at law, Henlin Gitspan Henlin, stated that Holness did not lie about his status when he told journalists that he was not aware of any government member of Parliament being under probe for illicit enrichment. The lawyers maintained that Holness was not aware of any investigation into his statutory declarations until August 18, 2023, a day after he told journalists that no parliamentarian on the government side was under probe. However, the PNP on Friday said it would not be deterred by the threat of legal action. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, on Wednesday evening moved swiftly to quell speculation after police were seen outside Prime Minister Andrew Holness's Beverly Hills residence. The JCF said increased police presence was deployed in the vicinity of Holness's home amid a legitimate security threat to him and his household. The JCF said the deployment was initiated in response to credible intelligence. It dismissed claims that a raid was conducted at the residence and urged the public to act responsibly. There was controversy this week over dancehall entertainer Vybz Kartel's appearance on the stage at the People's National Party's 86th annual conference on Sunday. Cheering inside the National Arena was deafening on Sunday as hundreds tried to get a glimpse of the self-styled world boss. No words were uttered by Kartel during his appearance on stage. The controversial artist, whose real name is Adidja Palmer, was freed of a murder charge in July. Amid questions about the appropriateness of the PNP allowing him on stage, PNP Chairman Dr. Angela Brown Burke defended his appearance.
On our stage, don't always share all of our views. In the same way, we don't always share all of them.
So no regrets.
But there is something about allowing persons in a democracy to come and here. I am glad you are here.
No regrets, Dr. Brownberg.
Every person who came here today, I hope they listened well. And I hope they use the entirety of our conference to judge us and not accord. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Dr. Brown.
Meanwhile, Some PNP supporters are banking on Vybz Kartel's influence to attract the younger demographic to the party. Councillor for the Belfield Division in Manchester, Mario Mitchell, says the entertainer's appearance will go down in history. Meanwhile, People's National Party PNP President Mark Golding has vowed that a new government led by him will make lands available to the National Housing Trust, NHT, for qualified contributors to allow them to build their own homes. During what is expected to be the PNP's final annual conference before the national polls are constitutionally due in September 2025, Golding told the country on Sunday that the next PNP government would also restore the core mandate of the NHT. The PNP president also proposed a comprehensive review of laws relating to housing to create more opportunities for Jamaicans to purchase affordable houses. Golding said an administration led by him would also roll out what he described as the Portia Initiative, named after former PNP president and Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller. Under this plan, Golding said the PNP would carry out a program for the orderly renewal and transformation of infrastructure in all areas. Jamaica is now in the throes of a crisis, with its total fertility rate falling below replacement population level, a matter that has grave implications for the country's economy. Jamaica, for the first time in December 2023, recorded a fertility rate of 1.9, falling below the internationally accepted 2.1 fertility rate required for maintaining the population at replacement level. This has triggered concerns for its strategic and developmental outlook as the country hastens to determine the resources and policies required to maintain a sustainable population. Media personality and attorney at law, Kadeen Miss Kitty Wilkinson, says a key issue surrounding Jamaica's below normal fertility rate is women choosing to forego or delay childbearing in favor of their careers and well-being. Senior Director at the Planning Institute of Jamaica, Easton Williams, said no country that has fallen below replacement fertility level has managed to reverse and increase its level back to replacement level. He said for Jamaica to stabilize its population over the long term, policy intervention is required now to reduce infertility. He said the government must also look at immigration as a policy option to stabilize the country's population. The Portland police have charged a 12-year-old boy who was seen on video physically assaulting another male student at the compound of their school. He was charged on Wednesday with assault occasioning bodily harm. The matter will be brought before the children's court in the parish. In the 47-second video, the 12-year-old boy was seen shoving, punching, and kicking the other boy. The incident happened on Thursday, September 12. Meanwhile, 5 months after her 15-year-old son was fatally stabbed at Irwin High in St. James, Stacey Ann Dunkley's faith in the justice system was shattered on Monday as the case against an accused schoolmate was dismissed. A tearful Dunkley told the Gleaner that her son Raneel Plummer was killed with a stab to his heart while trying to avoid a fight at the school. Attorney for the 14-year-old who was accused in the case, Maurice McCurdy, said the court upheld submissions in which it was argued that the schoolboy was innocent. He said the Crown was unable to show that the killing was unlawful, that the accused is the person who caused Raneel's death, or that the accused had the intention to kill or cause grievous bodily harm. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly reviews of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Follow us on X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner, and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. Like this video on your YouTube page, turn on your notification, and subscribe today. I'm Neville Graham, and before we go, check out this conversation between newly crowned Mr. World Jamaica and Miss Jamaica World 2024.
Hi, Tajay.
Hi, Terry.
A question. Where you grew up and what's the favorite part of you growing there?
I grew up in Spanish Town, and I think that one of the best part of being growing up in Spanish Town is that I got to be a part of that history, and I got to learn so much about the history in Spanish Town, because we have the old capital, and then we have Flatbridge, and then we have the river. So that was my favorite part. And I mean, we have the hospital, and the hospital, my grandmother works there, so I was always there too. So that was my favorite part about growing up in Spanish Town, you know. I'm a Spain Town girl.
Spain Town, all right, nice.
Yeah. Where did you grow up, and what was the best part of, or your favorite part of growing up where you did?
I grew up in a similar community like yours, an inner city community, Mountain View. I was born and raised there. And I'd say the best part of living in Mountain View is the community. You know, as a child, you're growing up and you're interacting with the different, children.
Yeah.
You know, playing hide and seek and all of that around the community. So I would say that's the best part of growing up in Mountain View, just the community.